Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Glassstire's Top 5. My name is Christopher Blay,
I'm William Saradat.
and this week we're doing something a little different, which sounds like a very familiar phrase. There's a lot of art happening, but there are a lot of places that are sort of somewhere in between fully opened, open by appointment, and totally shut down. So we're turning our focus today on artists and what they're listening to, like what's happening, what's on artists' playlists. And we reached out to some Texas artists. So number 5 on this list is from Michelle Cortes Gonzales. She is a Fort Worth artist, a painter, who just got her MFA from University of Dallas, and we reached out, and and I should say, we got multiple songs from each artist, and we've narrowed down our list to one song from each artist. Although we'll be putting up a playlist. Starting with Michelle Cortes Gonzalez, number 5. The song that we picked for Michelle is actually an album. It's the Frank Ocean Blonde album. She didn't have a specific pick. She just sort of listens to that on repeat.
It's such a classic. It's such a modern classic. I remember when it came out, and I remember how it kind of changed the game in terms of what people thought R&B, hip hop could be. Yeah, Frank Ocean is definitely a tastemaker. Um, yeah, style icon.
Me and my wife walked down the aisle to the instrumental version of Super Rich Kids. So he's definitely playing in rotation in the Blay household.
Our number 4 pick comes from Hector Ramirez, who is a graduate student at TCU. He gave us, among other things, a song by Prieto de Benedictis, and the song is Los Americanos. This musician, I had to do a little bit of digging. It looks like he was born in Italy, but grew up and spent most of his time in Argentina, where he produced music um, in South America as well as Europe. And then he did tour South America and the United States. This song is from the album Coplas de mi País from 1972. It's in Spanish. It's sort of a satirical piece. He's kind of commenting about the glamour of American decadence and how it seems to be lost on us Americans at times. I always like to dabble with music in other languages. It obviously it helps if there's a translation available. If I'm not able to translate myself, which is most of the time. Yeah, it's just good to get another perspective, especially when the subject matter is America, the United States.
And it breaks the monotony of the familiar. I know I'm stuck in my own playlists in my head, so it's when I hear something else that I've never heard before, which is sort of the character of this playlist. A lot of these songs are very brand new to me. Like number 3 from Doug Land. That was one of your picks. And I went for a walk a while ago and listened to these songs. And that one was just, it's like a forget COVID. This is a party song. And even if it's just in your apartment or your house, you can listen to this for a while.
I agree. Doug Land picked When the Going is Smooth and Good by William Oney Abour. He was a Nigerian musician. He actually studied cinematography in the USSR, according to his Discogs.com biography. Totally. I was going to say I have kind of 2 personal playlists I'm constantly building on, and they
Yeah.
sort of fall into happy or sad. And this song is just happy all the way through. It's 12 minutes long. It's really great for a nice walk, like you mentioned.
Which brings us to number 2 on the list. It's a pick from Hyde Fontenot. And of all the songs that and music that Hyde sent me, one of which was also Blonde by Frank Ocean, who Hyde is going to get married to, according to him. Uh, number 2 on the list is Betty Davis. They Say I'm Different. Betty Davis was famously married to Miles Davis, but her music career is somewhat obscure. At least it was to me. And but this song, They Say I'm Different, is just really funky, and it's just sort of like a crash course in Southern blues. She has Lightning Hopkins. She has blues musicians on that song, or she's referencing them on that song, and it has a really funky beat. And number 1 pick, and I should say that these aren't ranked by order of greatness. They are simply the picks that we've selected from these artists. And the last pick on the list is from Lauren Cross, and it is a West African singer named Tenny, and the song is Case. Like the pick from Doug Land, When the Going Gets Smooth, it has a strong Afro beat, and it has a very sort of dance hall rhythm. This is my introduction to the artist. Considering the artists that we asked to create this list, I like to imagine that what they're listening to in their studio, and I can imagine Lauren Cross and her husband Solomon dancing around to this with their kiddo.
We have a couple more picks. These are more music selections from some of the Texas artists we reached out to. Travis Urato also makes work as Tino Ward. And he sent us Don't Want Nobody from Eddie Harris. This song is from I believe it's a 1972 7-inch. Don't Want Nobody is the B-side. And I think the first single is I Need Money. You know, what could be more right now? It's also kind of a compliment to William Oney Abour's track, in the sense that if William Oney Abour's song goes in the happy playlist, this one definitely goes in the sad playlist. But you know, there's a song for every occasion.
Another one from that bonus pick section is from Francisco Moreno. And Francisco's listening to some meditation music right now. He's also listening to Kanye West's Life of Pablo album. But the other thing that stuck out to me was the James Baldwin audiobooks, one of which is The Fire Next Time, something that I've also listened to on audiobooks. And it's just a beautiful range of what artists are listening to right now. And it can be in their studio or in their homes, because none of us are really going anywhere right now.
And we got one more selection from Dallas-based artist Lucas Martel. And he sent us the Afro funk track Wewe Muna Yiwo Mpena by K. Frimpong and his Cubano Fiestas.
Yeah, this is a very Afrobeat centric playlist that we built here. So there you have it. Those are the songs that that artists are listening to right now. We've compiled a Spotify playlist of all the songs that were submitted. Click on the story and check out that link and listen to that playlist. But from me and William, we say listen to some music, and where you can, see some art.
See some art.